Continuing the tradition of making Mrs. Doyle as nice as possible, I'm going to go and get something for it. You might want to call Mrs. Doyle a she, but it's a car. Cars are neither men or women, and I don't subscribe to this idea of cars being lovely old girls. Sorry. No, I'm not sorry. Actually, maybe I do a bit. Maybe sometimes I have. More likely to refer to a car as a him. So, yeah, I'm a hypocrite. I'm fine with that. What do you say? That Mercedes then came very, very close to making contact. Turn your crap music off, mate. Yeah, and that's the trouble with driving a car like this. You become just a little bit paranoid about stuff. It's such a nice car. It does make me worried. And that's the second one in only about 5 miles where, you know, nothing's really going to happen, but just somebody's driving style just makes me uneasy. When you get one of those people that come to a junction and they're just not really looking at where they're pulling out to, they just slam on their brakes and stop just in time and then have a look. I don't like it when people do that. I really don't. Anyway, let's get back to the point, as if that's ever really going to happen. One of the motivations I find whilst driving can be the radio. The stuff that you hear on the radio triggers a thought train, and then I end up spouting it out in a video like this. But I can't do that today because I don't know what I'm doing with this radio. Oh, mode, is that it? Oh, in all honesty, it's my fault, because I get in the car and I set off driving, and then sometimes I think, oh, maybe there'd be something interesting on the radio. But with these aftermarket radios, they're just not really that instinctive unless you actually have one. I much prefer the original radio where there's not many buttons, so you can just press it on and it's a radio rather than some sort of multifunction tool that does all sorts of other things that you don't really want it to do. And so, in the 77 miles I've driven in this car, I've not used the radio once. Until then, whilst demonstrating, I don't know how to use it. Anyway, I'm on my way to Ashton, I think. I've already decided I've taken the wrong route. But I'm going to collect something for Mrs. Doyle that will be an improvement. What's there to improve? What's there to improve? It's not a radio. I'd like it to be a radio, but I've got one. So at some point, I may actually swap it over. No, it's something else. It's something a bit more significant. That disc there in the distance is the Lovell Telescope at George Wood Bank. My sat-nav sent me a rather unusual direction there, but I don't mind because some rather spectacular views. That's me loaded up with a couple of items that fill the car, and I don't mean just slightly filled. You couldn't really get anything else in here. The car feels a bit heavier now. It's not that bad, it's just a few car parts. It's not like having 4 passengers on board. That would be quite a bit heavier. Anyway, so what have I got? Well, before I show you, it's basically a lot of either new stock or old and rare stock, including a set of GSI seats for this. Wow, behind me is an SD1 Vanden Plough by the looks of it, but you can't see it because of all these seats in the way. So I just give him a wave and he's ignored me. Probably thinks this isn't a proper Rover, not like his SD1. Weird actually, because I saw a Nightfire Red 600 as well coming the other way before. In the past I've mentioned that when I've gone picking cars up, and it'll be like 2 Rovers, and to anybody else it's going to be obvious it's a convoy because you just don't get to see them very often. So that's the assumption that I would have if I was walking down the street now and seeing this and seeing that behind. He's gone now, and I have admitted in the past that the SD1 is possibly, in my opinion, the worst Rover that they ever made. Well, you wouldn't think having the back filled up with seats and a few panels and a few bits would affect the car that much, but it actually does. It's really quite bouncy, and the brakes don't feel quite as happy as what they normally would do. Running away with itself down the hill there. This ideally would have been a better job for the Volvo, but I haven't got it with me. I've got this with me, and at the moment I feel a bit like I'm doing exactly with this that I shouldn't, although it's designed for carrying a lot of stuff around, isn't it? But not quite like this. Right, I'm back at the yard, and you'll see a very, very full Rover R8 indeed. First of all, I shall tip out every single item from the car, lay it on the floor, and then I will probably show you what I have. In no particular order: some air fresheners, some baseball bat thingies, and a whole load of leather treatment and sunshades. There's an R8 lens there as well. An R8 alternator, a turbo throttle body, and a single wiper conversion. Loads of new cam belts and clutch kits. And then, what do we have here? Well, right, these are the GSI seats that need a clean. And then the GSI door cards as well. Carpet, and me walking away. Boot carpet, boot trims, bits of coupe particular 75 wings in Odyssey blue. And a very dirty car. That's a lot of stuff. What am I going to do with it all? Where am I going to find space to put it all? What am I going to do with it all? Well, I guess I could put some of it up for sale, see if anybody wants any bits. You can see it's all there. It's all available. I'm available. You can contact me via email, as in the description, as always. And other than that, that's the end of this video. Not much of a video, I'm sure, but it's a video. It's a video that you can say you've watched. Thanks for watching, thanks for being a subscriber, thanks for being a channel member, thanks for liking, thanks for watching this bit as well.
Because, he says, they appeared to be moving too slowly.